is.
So, I don't even know where I'm going. You know where the Town and Gown is? It's over here, right?
Yes. Town and Gown, I believe it's down this way.
Okay. That's where the fundraiser is, right? Yeah. Oh, we passed it? Okay. Thanks. Thanks, guys. We're walking and talking and broadcasting and everything. Hey, dude, what's your name?
I'm Max.
Hey, Max. I'm Steven Vincent. Okay, so BBS Radio. We are back live with the stream. Is that right, Bryce?
Yeah.
Okay,
wow.
we have the stream live, so we can switch off cell phone to the stream if you can do that.
What?
I'm talking to these guys. Hold on a second. We're going to talk to you in a minute.
Right.
BBS. Okay, are we back with the stream? Okay, go for it. So, what's your name, sir?
Max Ukropina.
Okay, and tell me, are you a student here at USC?
I am a sophomore at USC.
Okay, great. And what's your feelings about today?
Oh, just wonderful. I'm just completely ecstatic about the entire event. It was so successful. Everyone was energized, and it was just breathtaking.
It was really.
Yeah.
It was really. The crowd was clearly at least over 1,000 people.
Oh, good.
I thought it was 1,500 myself.
I couldn't see.
I was standing up behind the stage, getting up. So Town and Gown is this way?
Town and Gown is right down here.
Okay.
Yes.
I was standing up behind the stage.
Yeah.
And from that vantage point, it certainly looked like a crowd of over 1,000, if not 1,500 people to me. And the electricity was just amazing. I've never been a part of a crowd that. Usually when you get in a crowd like that and it's political, it's all like, we are so angry and we want to and there was just love. It was the love-olution. It was really there, you know.
And there were no naysayers either, which I think was interesting. There were no, anti, people.
Right.
I've never met one.
Oh, well, that would have been political suicide today. I don't think he would have gotten anywhere at all.
It's just fantastic. There were no people against him, so it was great.
Absolutely.
I mean, you always get those, but it was so successful, and he just spoke so energetically, and I loved it.
Absolutely.
There were a lot of people that were passing by and started hearing him and stopped and stayed for the rest of it.
And their eyes wide open.
Oh, yeah.
What is this? I've never heard this before.
And then now they're followers.
Yes, absolutely. 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 So you guys keep doing a great job here at USC because we really need you on the campus to pump it up to the max.
Does such a great job.
All right, please. And Jeff, isn't Jeff Hubbard the greatest?
Jeff Hubbard is the greatest.
Unbelievable.
He works so hard on this.
Thanks so much for your help in carrying our stuff.
Oh, my pleasure.
So let's go ahead and okay. We're here at the Town and Gown. Here we are at the Town and Gown. Reporting live, and we're going to say hello to a couple of friends here. So we've got Bill Dumas. I've been trying to get this guy on the air.
Something or other.
They're running this guy ragged. Now, he started out as an independent video producer. You know those videos you see on RonPaul2008.com? This is the guy that makes them, okay? And he also is the granddaddy of the meetups. He started meetup number 1. Go ahead. Go ronpaul.meetup.com/1. And it's in number of when they were created. And that's the Pasadena Ron Paul meetup started by Mr. Bill Dumas. And he's the daddy of the meetups. And it took off from there. It was his idea. Thank you so much, Bill. I'm going to shake his hand right now. Little applause. Holly is applauding. So go ahead and tell your feelings about being on the campaign and about today.
Yeah,
This is the most electrifying event that you've done so far.
This was pretty, really amazing. This is like 3 times the crowd I was expecting to see here. I mean, it looked for me from what I could tell, going around the crowd, because there were a lot of people. You saw a huge amount of people around the stage, and on the outskirts, a lot of people on the outskirts. It looked like this was just well over 1,000 people.
I was guesstimating 1,500 from where I was behind the stage.
Right. It was amazing to see that big of a crowd. Like I said, very surprised to see it here. And Ron, of course, was very electrifying. He was very charged up. He's getting more and more charged up on all these campaigns. I remember, the first campaign trip we did in Manchester, New Hampshire, where we did about 3 or 4 stops in New Hampshire back in February. And, if there were like 20 people there, or, the biggest crowd we had was maybe about 50 people that came to hear him speak. And we thought, wow, there's some interest out there. This is really good. But how big question mark was, how far is it going to go? Are we going to get more people? by the time, within about 2 months, we started seeing 1,000 people showing up. And I just no one could have imagined it. Ron's more surprised than anyone at the amount of people turning out for these events. And interviewing, which is a great job about making the most fun for me making these videos, aside from the fact that I get to be with Ron all the time on these trips, is that I get to interview people, and then when I ask them, how long have you known about Ron Paul? And say, well, I found out about him about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, and they're all revved up and they're involved in the meetup, in their meetup group, or they've started one, they're in one, and they're always talking about, our group doubled in size in 3 weeks, and I hear this over and over and over and over again. You can see how fast the meetup groups are growing, and I get to see that traveling from state to state, city to city. Just see that it's not just going on where we live or where someone else thinks. It's not like isolated incident. It's happening everywhere. In fact, this weekend I was in Boston. I was at the Manchester debates, and I spent a few days in Boston visiting friends. I was in Harvard Square in Cambridge, and there was a bunch of our people. There was a bunch of people from a meetup group in Cambridge, Mass. And they had a video projector and a video screen set up in Harvard Square, and with a stereo. It had great sound. It looked awesome, and people with signs, and they were like handing out flyers and. When I first walked up there, this guy just happened to be walking by and goes, "Yeah, right on, Ron Paul." And I was wearing my Ron Paul for President T-shirt. I was at a coffee shop up there, and a guy walked up to me and said, "I voted for Ron Paul in 1988." So it's like the word is out there. It's fantastic.
Thank you so much for all your.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're the man of the hour these days with all the work you're doing. I mean, doing a show. I know I used to be a DJ, and I know doing a show once a week was a big task. And you're doing it every day, so that's a huge commitment. And I really appreciate that. It's really helping us out a lot.
Well, thank you. It's been a challenge. You're correct. It is a challenge, but it's also been a great joy. And today went off relatively well. I mean, we lost our connection a few times, and there was some scrambling up to the very minute before we went live with all kinds of technical issues emerging at the last minute. This is not something I've ever done before, a live stream, and I basically taught myself how to do it in about a 48-hour period, and somehow with a little help from bbsradio.com, and I believe help from God, I was able to patch it all together and make it work and make it happen, and I hope that everyone out there has been enjoying this. Wow, I think what we're going to do now is have a little chat with Holly Clearman. And then I've been trying to get Jeff Greenspan to give me a couple minutes somewhere in the day. He's sitting down with a glass of water in his hand right now and resting. So Jeff, don't go anywhere. I'm going to have a couple minutes with Holly Clearman, and then we're going to go to Jeff Greenspan, and then I am going to join the party and have a break for myself, because you know what? I'm about to drop. I haven't eaten a bite of food all day.
Waving signs and cheering and getting the crowd going. I saw you.
Well, thank you. So this is Holly Clearman, and she is someone who has been instrumental in organizing the fundraisers here today. And why don't you go ahead and just tell people whatever you feel like. Wasn't today just absolutely wonderful?
I just can't tell you how happy I am and how well things are going and how happy everyone is to come. I mean, I was excited to be able to plan the events. That's something that I felt like I could contribute, and everybody's doing their part to, do what they can for the campaign and help get the word out about Ron Paul, and fundraising and party planning was something I could do, so I was really happy to do it. I'm thrilled with how things are turning out. I'm thrilled with how many people are here. And I'm just really pleased. And Dr. Paul's doing great. I think people are getting his message and, listening. And it's just awesome. It's like, I remember when I first found out about him, and it would opened my eyes. And now I see that happening to other people. And the more I can help with that, whatever I can do to help is what I want to do. So thank you very much.
Thank you. You've done an amazing job of pulling together all the fundraising. And, people just are responding, and it's very inspiring to see what hard work does. Sometimes you're in political work, it's kind of like this act of desperation. Well, I've got to do what I've got to do. I've got to give it the old college try. I've got to do my best, even though I know ultimately the system's going to beat me. But no, I don't think there's that kind of a spirit here. I think there's really a spirit of hope and optimism that when we work hard, we get results.
It's a totally different thing for everybody who's involved, who never got in politics before, didn't want to get involved in all of that, and then you hear about Ron Paul, and it's all of a sudden that's what you wanted to do. You want to get active. You want to spread the word. You want to enact change. And